I think, between the two characters.
Cool. Enjoy.
Welcome to Doxy Meditations. Our subconscious mind is a very mysterious and complex machine. I could speak for hours about the subconscious mind, but I will instead use a quote by Carl Jung to help describe the subconscious. Until you make the subconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. In this meditation, I will help you acknowledge those deep
Learn to let go. Holding on to something that God is saying has come to an end is painful, and that process of holding on will hurt you. And if it doesn't hurt you, then it will plant seeds. Seeds of bitterness, seeds of resentment and unforgiveness. That That's what will begin to build up in your heart.
Listen to me. Once you realize who you are, you stop operating in destiny. Everybody can see how sweet you are. People are commenting on, you could do this, you could do that. It's the weirdest thing to me. I'm like, boo, you broke. And you broke on several levels. We're not talking about Sally Mae. You still owe your grandma. We're talking about you need to cash your grandma out. If you number one in your industry, you shouldn't be chilling. And if you number one in your industry, you got enough common sense to know you better not be chilling. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 120. Every single day. Somebody said yesterday, E.T., you gave 120. What you gonna do tomorrow? I said, I don't know. Give 140. I don't know, but I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. My son's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. There's nothing wrong with the opportunity. You're not giving 120. You're giving 70. You're giving 60. You're giving 50. And you want what these people who've given sweat, who's given blood, who's given tears, you want what they paid for, and it ain't free. You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. The Bible says he was in a pig pen and he came to himself and he went home. Get your butt up. You are a royal priesthood. Get where you belong. Do what you're supposed to do. Live like you're supposed to live. You got all the stuff. You got it all. But you will not outwork me because your height has nothing to do with my work ethic. Your face has nothing to do with my work ethic. Your two-parent background has nothing to do with my work ethic. You will not outwork me. On your jet, you will not outwork me. In your Bentley, you will not outwork me. You will not outwork me. Get up. Act like you playing basketball. Act like you playing football. Compete. That's what bothers me. Many of y'all are not competing. I need effort. Compete. Go to class. I just left for school telling these kids, act like you playing football. Go in that doggone classroom. Compete. Many of you have lost your competitive edge. Get your competitive edge back. I'm not against no other motivational speaker. I'm just competitive. Some of you are not successful because every single time you run up against a trial, every time you run up against a tribulation, you stop and you cut off beast mode. And what I'm here to tell you is, if you tell that thing, I'm here just like you here, and I promise you, I ain't leaving without the degree. I ain't leaving. I will not leave without that goal. I will not leave without that dream. I will not leave this opportunity until I get it. Some of you are holding on to some real good memories that are no longer current memories, and you need to let them go so that you can get what's next. So we're gonna do, we're gonna get the right information, and then we're gonna get narrow focus, and boom, we're gonna go for it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That's it. Many of you will not be successful because you've got this giant goal and no steps to go with it. You're just in your mind like, girl, this is my year. How many steps? I don't know. Like, what is it gonna take for you to do it? I don't know. I just know this is my year. Can I be real with you? If you can't measure it, it ain't real. Keep your dreams phenomenal. Keep your vision phenomenal. Keep it phenomenal. And now I need you to get your weight up. As an individual, I need you to get your schedule up. I need you to get your life up. I need you to get your words up. I need you to get your heart up. I need you to get your action up. I need you to get to a place that every single thing that you do is phenomenal so that the life you want to live, you can actually live that life. You lay hold of it. And when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me. You will not defeat me. You will not destroy me. Some of you are so ignorant. You've been through so much. Why did my mama die? Why did I get fired? Do you understand? Listen, you got through that. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it and run to it. Stop telling me what you're going through. The greats, they get to it, they go through it. And the harder it is, the better. We're going to put in work, because every time you put in work, you get the same consequences. You get paid. You get rewarded. And when you out there dealing with the real world, it ain't pretty. You got to have heart. Get some heart. That's why you got to do me a huge favor. You got to do me a huge favor. You got to get to the point where you don't need a car anymore. You don't need a house anymore. You don't need to be pushed by anybody anymore. Your dreams, your wife's going to push you. Your spouse is going to push you. Your child is going to push you. The need to get better is going to push you. Because you're closer than you're ever going to be, it's going to push you. You don't need anything to push you. Your goals are going to push you. Your dreams are going to push you. The opportunity of a lifetime that happens in this particular time frame is going to push you. It's going to drive you. It's going to make you better. So do me a favor as I leave. You can't be average anymore, 70%. You can't do it. You can't do it and have what you want. You can't give me 70 and be what you want. You can't give me 70 and do what you want. You can't be average anymore. You can't be good anymore, 80%. You can't be good anymore, 80%, and have what you want. You can't be good at something and have everything you dreamed of. To make your dreams become reality, to no longer dream them but walk in them, you can't. 90%, you can be good, you can be good, you can be great, but you still won't get it all. I'm telling you, but when you become phenomenal, there's nothing you can't have, nothing you can't do, nothing you can't be. And I believe that you're in this room right now. I believe that we're in the same space right now. I believe we're all in this place together. Listen to me. I believe that we're all in this place together because all of us hate average. None of us want to be good. And for those of us who reach greatness, we have a desire to push past greatness and see what phenomenal looks like. So I need everybody in the room, when you think about your goal and you think about your dream, I need you to understand, as I said to my wife in that hospital room, I can, I will, I must. I need everybody to say it with me. I can, I will, I must. Come on. I can, I will, I must. Again, I can, I will, I must. Now for those of you, you want it all. Every single dream, every single goal. As I say it, for those of you who really want it, you're going to say it, and you're going to stand, and you're going to say it like you mean it. I can, I will, I must. Come on. I can, I will, I must. Come on. I can, I will, I must. Now say it like you mean it. I can, I will, I must. Again, I can, I will, I must. Again, I can, I will, I must. Now I need you to think about that loved one, that individual that you have to do this for. I need you to say it with me. I can, I will, I must. Come on, for that individual. I can, I will, I must. For that person, I can, I will, I must. For that thing you want to accomplish, I can, I will, I must. Again, I can, I will, I must. Now I want you to think about that hurdle. I want you to think about that thing that keeps pressing you down. I want you to think about that mountain that's hard to climb. I want you to think about that thing that you just can't seem to get over. We're going to get over it today. We're going to get over it. We're going to get over it together. I can, I will, I must. We're going to add to it. I can get over it. I will get over it. I must get over it. Ready? I can get over it. I will get over it. I must. Come on, come on. I can get over it. I will get over it. I must get over it. I know something about you. I know you're not a quitter. I know you're a survivor. I know you're a survivor. If you're watching me right now, I know something about you. You are a survivor. So I want you to get off this. I want you to cut it off. I want you to go in the mirror, and I want you to make the rest of your life the best of your life. I can, I will, I must. It's your boy E.T. I don't belong in this room. I remember the videos had already been out. My numbers were great. And I would come in rooms and go, or like that room, like I go to a high school, like boom. I go to a youth detention center, boom. I go to a prison, boom. I come to corporate and go, I don't know if I belong in here. Everybody in the room don't look like me. They don't come from where I come from. I don't know if I belong here. And I'll never forget, I had a conversation with Les Brown. Les Brown had called me to Orlando. We sat in the hotel, and I left, and I started talking to Les, And I started naming like, yo, you, Les Brown, this person, #1 in the world. He said, don't you ever say that again. I said, don't say what? He said, you the best in the world right now. I said, what? He said, you the best in the world right now. There's nobody as good as you in the world. You're the best right now. The only reason you're not the best right now is because you don't believe you're the best now. And when you walk out this room, I want you to go in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm the best right now. He said, before you even become #1, start to proclaim it and say it long before it happens. Say, I'm the #1 motivational speaker in the world. And when I was number 20, I started saying, I'm the #1 motivational speaker in the world. And I went to the computer, and the world said exactly what I said, that Eric Thomas is #1 in the world. I spoke it, the world heard it, and it activated. Your problem is that you don't believe you belong here. Your problem is that you don't think you should be sitting down here. So listen to me, there are those of you saying, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be the best at this company, right? But your value system says you believe in sleep more than you believe in grinding. That you're spending more money than you're making. Why? Because you're a consumer, but you're reading all the books and you're saying everything the books are saying, but those books are not in alignment with your value. And if you're going to go to the next level, your values are going to have to change. When I believed that my voice was needed in this world, when I believed that I needed to be on the stage, not for myself, but to speak to a group of people who come from where I come from, a working class, who don't know what it's like to make millions and millions of dollars, who don't understand what wealth looks like, that I needed to come in the room with a single parent mother, with a father not in my life, being homeless and a high school dropout. Only somebody who comes from where you come from can tell you you belong. And I had to get my butt on stage because there's some folks that Les Brown can't reach. There's some folks that Tony Robbins can't reach. There's some folks that only I can reach. And so I need to be on the stage with them, doing what I was called to do. But what you cannot do is you cannot quit during the process. You cannot give up because it ain't what you see. You cannot give up. Champions keep going when they don't have anything left in their tank. When you want this thing as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you find a way. Come on, I want to put some context into it. I want to put some context. They sent my mother-in-law home 8 years ago. The cancer metastasized throughout her whole body. They're like, it ain't nothing we can do for you. Go home, spend time with your family. And people was like, yep, that's it for her. She said, it's not it for me. And they said, what do you mean it's not over for you? The doctor said, she said, I don't care nothing about a doctor. I got to see my grandson graduate from high school. He's a junior now at Michigan State University. She said, I got to see my granddaughter graduate, and my only 2 grandkids. I got to see my granddaughter graduate from high school, and she graduates in June. She said, after that, I might die. But up until then, I ain't going nowhere. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? And what we said to each other is, I can get through this. I will get through this. I must get through this. So I just need you to think about 3 people in your family that you love. 3 people. 3 people that you love. 3 people. You got them? They there? You got them? This is what I need you to do for me. Because some of you have a hard time staying motivated for a straight 100 days. So what I need you to do for me is I need you to think about those people every day when you're doing what you're doing. Do you have some days where you just want to hit the snooze button? Raise your hand for me. You want to hit the snooze button, right? So watch this. This is what has to happen. That person that you think about has to be louder than the snooze button. So when you think about Granny, you got to think about, do I hit the snooze button or do I get up and make it happen for Granny? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Who are you doing this for? So the days you don't feel like getting up, just think about them. Somebody tell me in this room, when you think about your siblings, when you think about mom and dad and grandma, when you think about your uncle and aunts, when you think about those coaches, those people who've been there for you, just raise your hand if you say, E.T., sleep is better than that. Just raise your hand and tell me, anybody in the room, sleep is better than them, E? Just raise your hand. Somebody tell me, E.T., you don't get it. You don't know how hard it is, E? I probably don't. I just lived in abandoned buildings, AI trash cans. I probably don't. Maybe I ain't never been through what you've been through, but I've been through my go-through. And you don't get here by quitting when you tired. You get here by quitting when you finish, when you done. You don't stop when you tired. You stop when you done. You stop when you complete it, when you execute it. Execution is worship. And so I execute for my mom. I execute for my grandma. I execute for my sister. I execute for those kids in the hood who looking for a role model. That's why I wear the hat with a PhD. That's why I wear the J's. So when the kids in the hood look at me, they say, if E.T. can do it, I can do it. That's why I can't quit and give up, even though I get tired just like everybody else. Why? Because this is what I do. This is my lane. This is your lane. You gotta murder it. So when I ask you, you got energy, don't play with me. When I say again, you got that energy for the next 100 days, I need to feel your soul in this room. All right, I can? Come on, I can? Come on, I can? I will. I must. Come on, I can? I will. I must. Come on, give yourself some energy. Come on, give yourself some energy. Some of you, your priorities are out of line, and you're partying right now, and you broke. You broke in your relationships. You broke in your health. Like for real, you broke it. You broke. You broke. And you're broke because you're not getting the I. You're not understanding the I. I told you last week, it is about an invention, an idea. If you would get off the couch, stop playing video games, stop murmuring, stop complaining, stop going to a job you don't like. You're about to go to a whole nother level in every area of your life. Talking about the I am.
I am strong. I am equipped. I am confident. I am more than a conqueror.
Don't let your words guide you. Let your actions guide you. Everything you've ever wanted, everything you've ever wanted in life, it's in your idea. It's in your I am. Come on, I am. For I am. After you get off work, just like you invest in them, you need to invest in yourself. And the problem is simple. You're not investing in your idea. Write the idea down and shut up. You ain't got to share your idea with 50 people. You're watching people blow up who had an idea, and they turn that idea into a reality. And not only are they millionaires or billionaires, but they making people millionaires and billionaires. Your success is not determined on just what you say. Write the idea down and boom, get to stepping, baby. Get to the action. You don't get out of life what you want. Raise your level of consciousness. You get out of life who you are. I am the greatest. You haven't convinced you that you need to put the money in so you can get where you're trying to get to. You don't believe that you are. And the very first thing the Creator said was, tell them I am. After you do, pursue. What does that mean? You never get to a place where you chilling. Now your children's children will be satisfied for a marginal life and a marginal marriage. If they see their mom and dad have a marginal anything, they're going to embrace that. Why? Because you can tell people whatever you want to tell them, but people don't live their life based on what you tell them. They live it based on who you are. This information is going to change your life forever. Like, if you've been here, this information is going to change your life. Find out who you are. Find out what your purpose is in life. Everybody got a dream. Everybody got a goal. Stop dreaming about it. Stop talking about it and get up and do something about it. Here's the deal. If you get to the top of the tree, all the fruit from the bottom at the top is going to be there, son. So I don't need you focusing on cars and money and stuff. You're going to get that. I need you to focus on why you were born in the first place. Why are you here on earth for this particular time? What are you doing here? You need to tell you that you owe you something. You ain't got to start with the two-parent background. You ain't got to start with wealth. You ain't got to start with your parents graduated. It's not the hand that you dealt. You got rich kids who own drugs. You got rich kids who committed suicide. You got rich kids who don't know their purpose in life. It's not the hand. hand that you was dealt, baby. It's how you play your hand. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. Every opportunity, I have to reprove myself again. Every opportunity, I'm still nervous. E.T., you've been doing this for years. Why are you so nervous? Because the day you become content, the day you stop evaluating yourself, the day you stop growing, the day you stop getting better is the day you die. Is the day the person who's trying to catch you will get you. And I ain't where I want to be. And I'm like, God, I ain't where I want to be. And he was like, you stop being a victim. I said, what you mean a victim? Well, it ain't my fault my mom got pregnant at 17. It ain't my fault my daddy wasn't there. It ain't my fault they couldn't get along. It ain't my fault. He said, boy, you grown. You ain't 10. The decisions you make right now is up to you. You crying about something that happened to you when you was a kid. You ain't even no kid no more. You a grown man. Take full ownership. The stupid stuff you doing, your parents didn't make you play no video games. What you crying about? So what your daddy wasn't there? Your mama ended up getting married. What you crying about? He went to work every day. He never beat you. He never abused you. Your mama did the best she knew how to do. What you crying about? You grew up in a house. What you crying about? You've been lazy your whole life and now.
I don't know about y'all, but that was some pretty strong stuff.
Yeah, I love listening to him.
That was definitely spitting some fire. And we don't have time to watch all of that today, but I put it in the YouTube channel so we all can rock and roll with it. Let me dismiss the screen here. I know a few of y'all were texting me the whole way the stuff was going. It's yeah, it started
I got that on
for about 30 minutes, about 30 minutes. I hate people miss that. Yeah, I stayed up all night long working on this stuff, and it's already started, in progress. How do I send an invitation code to everybody? Zoom meeting participants. Let's see who's in here. Carrie, Penny's in here. Daddy. Let's I don't know why. Email. I'll just send email. Who are we missing? Candace, I guess. Candace. Did it show invalid on y'all's email? I mean on y'all's calendar?
I have two calendars. On the first calendar I went to
I deleted, okay, so everybody knows I deleted everybody's calendar last night because there's so many different ones. I put your integrity group emails as the ones that work now. No other emails worked other than your integrity group emails. Brittany, you got in from your calendar? Okay, awesome. Penny?
Brian, there's two links in the calendar, or at least in mine, there's a blue one and kind of a gold one or brown or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, who did we just lose? Brittany. Penny, how many's in yours?
How many what, hon?
How many links are in y'all's calendars?
Let me look.
I think it's only one now because there's only one meeting that.
Oh, that means your.
There's only one meeting announced. So that's fine. Can somebody text Candace and find out where she's at? Because we're fixing, I mean, that was a great inspirational meeting, but
probably something on my end that I need to fix, but.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom. So that was a great inspirational video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the inspirational videos like 8:30, just so people can start watching those. So like when we hit our meeting, it'll be like 9:11, usually. But let me tell you something about that video that we played this morning. Man, that was strong stuff in there. And what that really meant for me was like, sometimes I was focused myself. And then when he said he was talking about, you get tired, the difference is, I work until I get the job done. You know what I mean? I don't stop until I am done. Right? That's the truth.
She put them both up. The pulls.
Oh yeah, right there. I don't stop until the job is done. Like last night, I was preparing for this meeting till probably 1:30ish in the morning. And I mean, I know y'all don't understand that it takes that much work to make a meeting go, but you're going to see from the videos that I put together last night, I worked until 1:30 to put a meeting together. Now, why am I telling y'all that? Because 2 weeks ago, I asked y'all to put a calendar together, right? Right?
I wasn't here.
2 weeks, I asked y'all to put a calendar together so we can come up with a training schedule for every single person. Every single person. So that it would take some of the work off of me. Guess what happened?
Nobody did it.
Nobody did it. Nobody's researched their companies. Nobody done jack. You know what they did? They waited for me to do it. That's 100% the truth. They waited for me to do it. Is that an accurate statement? Daddy, did you do yours?
Nope.
You know what I mean? Nobody did their companies. And yet again, I had to be up till 1:30 last night. I was so tired driving home last night. I had to call my daddy so I didn't fall asleep at the wheel. Right? That's the kind of dedication you got to have if you want something. If you don't want that, if you don't want to do a job where you can become independently wealthy, and I mean, you can want to, you're blue in the face. But if you're not willing to do what it takes or what you have to do to get to the point where you can be your own boss, where you could do your own thing, then you have to look at yourself and say, hey, what am I doing different? Because that guy's right. That guy was right on that meeting this morning.
Yep.
I mean, that was strong stuff. And that dude was eating out of trash cans.
Mm-hmm.
Trash cans. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But you gotta want what you want to do so bad that you stay up till 1:30 in the morning doing it. Now here we go. Let's talk about a little bit about what some of the things that what we do is. So you all know from October the 15th until January 7th, to December 7th. Ooh, I'm tired. December 7th is called what? AEP, and that's our busy time, right? Our busy time. We boss Candace. So AEP, and then January 1st through March 31st is called OEP, right? And what happens during OEP?
MA and MAPDs to make changes.
It's where people that messed up. It's where people messed up, and I made a mistake. Let's fix this, and so they get one chance to switch back to another thing. Now, during the rest of the periods, they have to have a special enrollment period, whether it be aging in, whether it be moved to a different location, whether it be got put in a nursing facility.
Or
There's
they moved out
several.
of one.
Huh?
Or they moved out.
Or
of
they
one.
moved out of one,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Because that does happen occasionally. It's called special enrollment period, SEP. Okay. So those are the periods that we really do Medicare Advantage, which SEPs could be year round, aging in, all the things we just went over. Now, that being said, the next thing that we do is called HIP plans, hospital indemnity plans. So to give you an overview on that, how that works is on the MAPD plans, we're gonna use numbers that are make believe numbers that are averages of all the companies, right? What's a fair average for an insurance company per day in the hospital? 250. Good number. 250 is a good number. So $250 times, let's say 5 days, is how much money? $1,250, right? $1,250. So if a person with the MAPD had to go in the hospital for 5 days, it would cost them how much? $1,250, right? Now, the average senior citizen monthly check is around $1,100. Okay, that's the average senior citizen's monthly check. $1,250
It's that whole thing.
eats that whole thing, plus it goes into the next month. I don't care who you are, but a month's salary gone puts you in a bad position. Okay, whether it be $100,000 you make a month or $1,100. If someone takes a month's salary away from you, it's devastating.
Yes.
So what a HIP plan does is it insures for $30 a month. Again, we're using an average number, $30 a month. They don't have to worry about that. They don't have to worry about if they go in the hospital. Are they going to have a life-changing event that's going to mess up Christmas? It's going to mess up having heat, cable, whatever that's important to them that changes that. Where it's going to take, I can't buy my kids Christmas presents, or I can't take my medications because I have to pay this bill. Now that's the truth. Now, what a HIP plan does for you also is if you've done your job correctly and did the MAPD, how much, on average, how much money have you saved this person a year?
A lot. I don't.
A lot. You can't quantify it because, medication, you try to take down to zero from whatever they were spending. The dental that they would have to pay out of pocket, you give to them. The vision, the hearing aids,
Yep.
the emergency room visits,
The over-the-counter.
the over-the-counter products. Heck, you're going to give the average person $1,200, $1,300, $1,500 in over-the-counter products, Q-tips, ointments, extra a year. When a HIP plan averages $30, that means they spend $360 a year to make sure they don't have that. Hey, Dad, how much do you spend for your Medicare supplement a month?
It's, I think it just went up to like $199.
And then for your prescription drug plan?
Yeah, best I remember, it's a little over $100.
So if my math is right, what you would pay for a HIP plan roughly, excluding 2 months, is what you pay per month for your prescription drug plan and your med sup. Is my math right?
Say that again.
What you would pay for a HIP plan, a hospital indemnity plan,
Right.
for an entire year is what you would pay for your med sup minus 2 months.
Something like that.
Yeah. Y'all understand?
Well, actually, the hip would be a whole lot cheaper than that for 2 months. Because if you're paying $40,
No, Daddy. $30 times 10 is $300.
that's right. So 2
Right.
times that's only $600.
So minus 2 months would be $60. Understand?
I understand 2 months minus 60. Yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is
Your whole year for your HIP plan is 1 month of your med sup and your PDP plan minus 2 months.
okay, 1 month. Yeah, that's right.
Pretty much 10 times.
Yeah, so it's 10 times the value. It's 10 times the value that you get with your HIP plan. And you gave it to them for $30. Is that life changing? That's life changing. And the problem is they can't see the value in that because there's so many people that has taken advantage of senior citizens. They're like, oh, they're trying to sell me something. No. Last night, yesterday, I got a phone call from Linda in Dallas, and she was like, oh, Medicare told me I have to cancel this policy because I could put it in the bank and save this money.
What?
That's what she told me. And you know what I said? Give me that lady's name from Medicare because I'm going to get her fired right now. Because the truth of the matter is, no. Her HIP policy for her and Dallas runs $73 a month, roughly. No, so he's 81 years old. But the fact of the matter is, when someone, see, there's dummies out there that tell people this because all they're interested in is selling a product, not helping a client. All they want to do is sell them something instead of look at the entire picture. Because the fact is, when Dallas or Linda has a GTL policy, do they have to worry about anything? No. They go to the hospital, they're covered. But Brian, I could put that in the bank and save it. I said,
Then you
Linda,
have to pay that max out of pocket.
right. The MOOP at max out of pocket, which for each of them is $3,900 a year. And so this is what I said to her. I said, Linda, how long would it take you to save $8,000? Woo, Brian, till I die. Till I die. I said, exactly. This is costing you $30 each to make sure that you don't have to worry about that. So you don't have to worry about that because that time is coming.
Well, he just.
Yeah, he did broke 2 vertebrae. But the fact of the matter is that time is coming. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, that time is coming for each and every one of us. There's going to be a time when you go to the hospital and it devastates the family. It will. Whether it be 30 years from now, 40, 50 years from now, that might, whatever it is, but it is coming for us all. So when they say, oh, I ain't never been to the hospital, you better knock on some wood because it is coming. I don't know if y'all have loved ones that's passed away. I sure have. You know what? The longest hospital in the United States I've ever been there. And it's hard. It's emotional. And after it's all over with, same result. Bills, stress, sorrow. That's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what our job is? Take that stress away for the money stress off. Because you can't do nothing because you miss somebody you love them. But our job is to take the money stress off them. Now, HIP plans, great plans. Now, even in that same realm, the next thing that we do is called life insurance. Okay? Brian, I don't believe in life insurance. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you believe. Because the truth is, your belief system don't mean jack if you don't understand a funeral costs $10,000. A cremation costs $5,000. Hey, Britt, can I borrow $5,000?
I had it, you could.
That's exactly right. But you know what? If your mom or daddy died, you'd find that money, whether it's the boys' college fund, or if you got to sell a piece of equipment, or if Trey had to work every day till 2 a.m. to come up with that money. That's your mom and daddy, so you're going to come up with it, right? You're going to do whatever it takes to get that money. Am I right or wrong?
That's right.
So let me show you an easy way of doing it. It's going to cost you roughly $30 a month. But you don't have to worry about that. And your children don't have to worry about that. Where would you come up with $5,000 today if somebody died? What would you have to do? GoFundMe page?
Sell a kidney.
No, seriously. I want y'all to hear what you just said. Sell a kidney or other things. That's the truth. That is the real truth. I love my daddy more than anything. Guess what? I have a life insurance policy on him. Do you know why?
So you don't have to worry about that.
So my kid's college fund isn't decimated because a life-changing event happens. I pray to God it doesn't come for another 50 years. I pray to God it does not come for another 50 years. I love my daddy more than y'all could ever imagine. But the truth of the matter is, you have to think about this stuff before it's too late. So when you're in there helping these senior citizens, you got to understand that they have a loved one. They have a child just like you that needs somebody's help. And everybody says, Brian, you're real to these people. That's tough. Well, guess what? It's tough. It's tough to sit there and go, where's this money going to come from? Marcia, have you got it? I got $1,000. What you got? I ain't got jack, Brian. Well, I got $1,000. How are we going to cremate him? Because I know he doesn't want to really be cremated. What are we going to do? Let's go put that jar in the quick check and get some people to put some dollar bills in $1.25. It's actually $1.75.
And funeral homes are mean.
They don't care.
They
They don't
get it
care.
paid off, or they would take you to court.
Well, check this out. My hometown is Star, North Carolina, one of the smallest towns, center point of the state. The center point of the state. Y'all understand that? What that means is it's the average town in North Carolina. Riley Phillips just sold out the Pew's Funeral Home, which is a big growing company. Changed their ideas because used to Riley might find something for you, but Pew's Funeral Home won't. You know what they want? They want their money right now. Now, why am I being so hard about this? Because this is the truth. And if y'all not able to tell the truth to people, you say that you believe in helping people. You say you believe in helping people. The truth is, it hurts sometimes. The truth hurts, and some people might not be ready for the truth. But the truth is, this is what really up. I'm going to be your agent for the rest of your life. I'm going to take care of you for the rest of your life. Does that mean I'm just going to give you free stuff forever and that's it? No. Your job is to take care of those people, because the people that you take care of, they have a spouse, they have a kid that would decimate their lives. Is that fair? Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
Now, Brian, I tell every single person that I don't want you selling above $30 to $40 in premium. Why?
Because they can't afford it.
That's exactly right. Because Grandma always told me as I was growing up, Brian, a little bit's better than none.
Right.
Don't be greedy. You ain't got to be greedy, because I don't want to sell them a $12,000 or $20,000 policy just because I want to get paid. That's what this is about. This is about taking care of the necessities, taking care of what's up. So I make pretty good money, right? Would y'all agree with that? Guess what my policy on my daddy is? Take a guess.
50.
Huh?
50.
$10,000. $10,000. Why?
That's what funeral costs.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Y'all understand what that really truly means? If I believe in it enough to put it on my daddy, how can y'all not believe in it if you believe in me?
Right.
If you believe in me, you have to understand how important life insurance is to the puzzle. Brian, I don't want to ship. Then you don't want to take care of your customers. Then you don't want to take care of the average person. Then you do not want to take care of your client. And I promise every single one of you that I will take your customer if I was out in the field and you just were their Medicare agent. I promise you. You know why? Because I take care of my people. Yesterday, let's investigate what we did yesterday. What is it called? Quick question, guys. What's an alligator in a vest called?
Investigator.
That's exactly right. An investigator. So let's investigate what we did yesterday. Let's investigate what we truly did yesterday. So yesterday I came in this little t-shirt thing, cut off t-shirt and shorts, and they looked at me funny. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to show them something. So we left here and we went to one of my customers that called me. One of my customers, mind you, that's moving to Kentucky, that wants us to get our Kentucky license so we can sell them their health insurance there. This customer has life insurance with me. They have a HIP plan with me, and their Medicare Advantage plan is with me. He called me up and said, B, I need your help. I said, sure, what's up? Well, we're moving. Well, he wanted me to meet with him personally, so he could tell me face to face that he's moving, because he actually works on my mowers, my mowers, which was cool that he thought of enough of me to tell me face to face. But anyways, he said, Brian, I need your help. So what did I do? We loaded up the car and we went and helped him. The girls packed up stuff while I put it on the truck. But Brian, you're not making money doing that. Guess what happened while we were there? Another one of my clients was there that has a Medicare Advantage and a life insurance policy through me. The guy that spoke about the thing, he was a customer of mine. And guess what the wife asked us to do?
I don't know. I didn't hear. I was cranking up.
Supposed to do the FMC stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he's under 65.
The wife asked us to say, hey, Brian, I need you to look at the health insurance down there through the marketplace. I need to know to cancel this because I think I made a boo-boo.
Yeah.
I think I made a boo-boo. So we're there helping a client, not expecting to get paid. Well, Marcia got some furniture out the deal. A big,
That's always nice.
a $500 marble table, at least a $500 marble table. And we got some computer furniture and stuff to put here, or she can have it. I don't care. But we got a health policy. We helped the people that we care about, that's our clients. We got furniture. And they called me 3 times yesterday just to say thank you. Thank you. I'll call you when I get to Kentucky and let you know I got there safe. Do you know what that means? I did my job. I did my job. I truly took care of the people. Now, Brian, I might not got paid something, but y'all are. You got a nice freaking table. Nice marble table. You're fixing to have a customer that's for the health Sherpa, right? And then when she turns 65 in April, guess what? Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, Brian Martin could have took all that, but you know what? That's not what we're doing. We're about helping each other. We're about building and we're about growing, right? We're about building and growing. I don't want to write personal production anymore. You know what I want to do? I want to create mini me's. Sorry if you don't like the term mini me's, but that's what y'all are, mini me's. Dedicated people that want to help people. That's what I want. Now, so Brian, that was great and good. What did you do next? Well, let me tell y'all a story. When you take care of people, they take care of you. Because I was up all night the night before making a tie for my best friend's brother's funeral. Literally. And it wasn't, I mean, you see that little picture right there? That's called it's a heat transfer. And I was putting it on a tie because they want a Marvel character on a tie. Right? And the good Lord introduced me to Lyndon Dallas. And you see what this is? When the pandemic first happened, guess who made me this?
Oh,
She said, Brian, I want you to come over here. I want you to come over here, Brian, right now. And I was like, what's wrong, Linda? Just come over here right now. And so I showed up, and you know what she said? I don't want you getting sick, Brian. Here's your mask. I made it for, she made it for me. She made it for me. So she called me 2 days ago, and she was telling me about her and Dallas, because I just got back from Florida, and they were telling me about some difficulties, and I told her what I was doing with my tie. And she said, go get the material, Brian. So 11 o'clock 2 nights ago, I was at Walmart buying the material and stuff, right? Buying the material and stuff. And I didn't hear back from her until yesterday. And she says, bring me the material, Brian. And yesterday morning, we were out after we got, before we went and moved the stuff, we were out looking for things to put on my tie. That's where these little things come from right there. We were going to grind them off and make a little tie pin. Like, you know, when I was a little boy, he had tie pins. He's got this little car tie pin that I'll get one day. And anyways, so she calls me, and guess what she says to me? She says, Brian, I'm gonna make you a tie. I'm gonna make you a tie. And remember, how did I meet Lyndon Dallas? Insurance. They're my customers. They have, each one of them have Medicare Advantage and HIP plans with me. She has life insurance. So I didn't sell her life insurance because she had it. She doesn't need it if she's got it. And I know this is a long story, and we got a lot to go over. We got a whole lot to go over. In a few minutes, you're going to see. But just letting y'all know, the recordings are on the YouTube channel, so y'all can watch them more in depth. Okay. But I took the material over there yesterday. And we sat with her because she had some stuff to tell me about Dallas that was important that she needed to tell me health-wise. And I looked at both of them because when we got there, Dallas was up there washing trash cans down. You ever asked me to wash the trash can down?
Crap and hot.
Yeah. You ever asked me to wash the trash can down? I'm going to say no. Okay? Just simply put, no. It's a trash can. No. But he was out there, and I thought that was weird. And I was right. Because he had some issues. I looked at I took this stuff in, and I looked over, and she always goes on with craziness about wanting to work for us. You know? And that's cool. Because I said, guess what, Linda? You can come work for us. But I actually gave her some ideas about what we can do, like building a tie company where she can make the ties, and I'll help her sell them on the internet, blah, blah, blah. And that's the truth. We will do that if she wants to do that. Long story short, we get done with all them people, and Britt gets a phone call. And what's that phone call say, Britt?
I gotta call her back today.
Yeah, the phone call basically says, hey, I'm a friend of Pam's.
I know her mom.
Right, Pam. And she told me you do insurance. I am aging in to Medicare, and I need your help. Immediately $540 for Britt for being a good person. It's not about throwing the seeds down and expecting the beanstalk to grow overnight. It's about throwing the seeds down and taking care of them until they do grow. You nurture them. And I don't know if y'all get planting garden references, because my daddy will tell you I hate that worse than anything. I hate gardening worse than anything. That's the truth.
That's crazy.
That's the truth, though. If you were with me back then, you would understand. But what we're gonna do right now is, last night we did this great little video. Y'all ready for this? I'm gonna hit share on my screen. I'm gonna hit share on my screen. Now y'all take note, because one thing that you have to learn how to do is how to use the e-app for Liberty Bankers Life. I wasn't able to do all the companies last night. I was only able to do one. So let's go find where I put that now. Actually, how about we do this? I'm going to walk y'all through where it's at on the drive, because I created something for y'all last night and it's going to be very helpful. Is everybody with me? Let's hear yeah from everybody that's with me.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
here.
Awesome. So on your drive, there's a drive called Agents. Well, actually, it really doesn't. It might say Agents on yours, but if you go to Shared with Me, you can shortcut it where it says that. So let's go. This is all y'all's files. I'm going to turn this around so y'all can see it. If you go to FE Expense, what do y'all think that stands for? Yeah, Final Expense. That's kind of repetitive. I don't want to look dumb. I don't want to look dumb. So we're going to fix that. Rename that. Rename. Final. Did I spell that? Final Expense. Okay. Boom. Okay. So there's presentations in here. There's copies of the digital presentation, the one that you can put on your iPad to do Final Expense presentations. The fact-finding booklets in here. Well, the new link's going to be in there. We have to download that. And this is the important one, because let's open this bad boy up. Oh wow, this looks like a lot of stuff in there, huh? Aetna, agent process video, carrier link, carrier training, new agent important documents, and phone sales. So let's go in here into carrier training maybe. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. This might have took a minute to make. So let's go to, we're talking about Liberty Bankers Life. So each one of y'all has a company assigned to you, right? Guess what you can do in these links? Add to it and do your training from here, right? And we all can look at it. Let's go to Liberty Bankers Life and see what I did last night. Okay, so I downloaded this, and y'all all can pull this up on your own. This is Final Expense e-application process. Does that sound like it's a directional guide to know how to do this? Yeah, awesome. You just got to read it. Right? You just got to read it. Now, for those that are challenged by reading, let's see what else I did. Oh, this is a video. See my cutoff t-shirt?
So what we're going to do is we're going to do a Liberty Bankers training.
See Marcia
from
working from home? And Candace is on here
let's
too.
start the interview
and Randy's
process.
on here for a portion of it. But that's not the important part.
Actually, let's go back. First of all,
so
let's go back to where
we took the time to make this video. What this video is if you click on it in the link, you can see exactly how to write an e-application for Liberty Bankers Life. Liberty Bankers Life. Okay. It walks you step by step how to do that. So what does that mean for you? There's no excuses. There's no excuses. I don't understand this, Brian. Right? I don't know about y'all, but when I don't know how to do something, I Google it. And then I watch the step-by-step video until I get whatever I'm doing right. Is that how y'all do it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is step by step. There is no skip step in this. You just follow this video. Now, Brian, there's more than one carrier. Guess what?
All of them have that.
You can do this with all of our carriers. You can make a video on how to do it. And it might help one of us. I could do it, but that means every night I'd be up to 1:30. And y'all think hangry Brian. Is that hangry? Hangry Brian's bad. Tired Brian is even worse. Have y'all ever had a conversation with my daughter, Brianna? It's kind of like that. Anyways,
That's real.
yeah, it's funny. She's really a good girl.
How old is she?
20. Her sister Ashley looks just like her.
Oh my gosh.
They're twins. But I want everyone to understand, I can go over this video with y'all right now. That's the truth. I could go over this video with you right now. But why? I've already done this. I put it on the YouTube channel. Has everybody subscribed to the YouTube channel? Let's talk about how to get to the YouTube channel right quick. In case you don't know, in case you do not know, what is medtig.com? What is that? That is our webpage, the Integrity Group. Note to self, here's the final expense section. If you haven't checked it out, Randy did a really good job on it, final expense section. But at the very bottom of our webpage, what's that little red box with the play button in it? Oh, yes, that's it. Do you know where it goes? That's exactly right. And on our YouTube channel, if you look at, I think it's playlist. If you look at the playlist, it tells you instructional videos, recruitment. Like if y'all want to show somebody what we do, there's a bunch of videos of me talking to people. Well, Brian, I'm not good at talking to people. Hit a video and say, here's Brian talking to you. Right?
Right.
I'm not emailing. Good. I've got it for you. Hit play. Watch this on my phone. Right? Just a bunch of different stuff that y'all could dig into. Even y'all got some of my music stuff in here, which is freaking awesome. Because if y'all don't know it,
Okay.
it's great stuff.
I see what's happening.
Right? It's great stuff. So, YouTube video, instructional videos, you know how to get there. Now, let's talk about something else. Because Candace said to me, Brian, I don't want to dial the phone anymore. Okay, that's great. Because you know what? Brian has a plan for you. So, y'all know I just went and bought a new car, right? Y'all have ridden it, and I love it. I traded in one of my favorite cars of all time, which was my 2016 black convertible Mustang, which I love. Right? Y'all know I love that car. Like it was ice cream and chocolate syrup. I love that car. But every time I pull it out, every 3 times last year, I'd be like, I'm too old for this.
I struggled getting in and out of it.
Well, the truth of the matter is, I pulled up to Lowe's Food Inn the other day, and this 19-year-old chick hit on me, like hard hit on me.
Okay, sugar daddy.
No. She like hard hit on me. It wasn't even like trying to cover it up. She's like, hey, you want to come pick me up and go for a ride? I was like, my daughters, the majority of my daughters are older than you. But it weren't the kind just like, hey, I want to be your friend. No, it was not that at all. And so I decided, and this is the real truth, because I would never tell Rachel this because that's very disrespectful for her. But I was like, nah, I don't want to be that guy, because like I'm riding down the road and I think it's me and you, or I can't remember who it was. But I look over and this guy's riding in this S2000. Y'all know what that is? It's a Honda convertible, right? It's a Honda convertible. And I'm like, that guy's going through a midlife Christ. Oh, true story. This is all a true story. Now, why am I telling you this? This is getting to the point. What we do is we paint pictures with words, and I'm painting pictures for you so you understand this next comment. Okay, I'm a snob when it comes to my stuff. I like the best of the best, and I buy the best of the best, right? And I upgrade because look at this lamp over here. I bought this right here, right? And it's fine if you just have a normal light bulb in it, right? No, this thing I upgraded to color changing bulbs so I can change the mood and just wow people. Okay. So I could have bought a Explorer for $34,000, right? An Explorer for $34,000. But no, I didn't do that. What I did was I went and I found, well, I have to have cooling seats because my butt gets hot sometimes and my back gets hot sometimes. So the 34,000 had all the same features except for, come on in, David, had all the same features, have all the same features except for the butt cooling fan in the seats. So does that make a $20,000 difference?
No.
Yes. You know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I wanted it. Because I wanted it. I traded one of my favorite cars of all time in to get butt cooling seats. Why?
If that's what you want.
I never want to go backwards. Every single one of my cars is the best of the best of the best. And it's got FORD on it, by the way. So you know it's the best of the best. Well, just call me. I got a rollback. Guess what the rollback is? When you break down, I'll come get you in my FORD.
Uh-huh.
Oh, speaking of which, the great thing, those little squatted trucks, y'all seen the ridiculous thing those kids do? They are banning them. They are banning them. Thank goodness.
Yes.
I mean, not my daddy's money. A 19-year-old driving a $60,000 truck that gets squat in the back. Not my daddy's money. Funniest thing ever in Oakridge, North Carolina. That's what they're putting on the back. And I'm like, I guess your mama divorced your daddy and then bought you a truck. Wow. Not your dad. Well, it really is.
Can you want you to move in front of the camera?
I am in front of the camera.
Okay.
Oh, stop to share the screen. I gotta stop. Am I not? Oh, so back to what we're saying. Mama telling me about the best is because
Just checking.
oh yeah, of course. the best is because that's what I expected myself, right? And you have to expect the same thing. And you can't, even if you want something, you have to work hard to get there. You might have to make some sacrifices. You have to make some sacrifices to get to where you want to be. That Mustang, I love that car. Y'all don't seem to understand. I love that car. But I sacrificed something because I wanted a different idea. Y'all feel me? Does that make sense? So you have to be willing to sacrifice to get where you want. And it might be cooling seats. But you got to make up your mind where you're going to go and how you're going to get there and have a plan. Now, how does this all apply? Because if I think about cooling seats, and that's a big decision maker for me to buy a car, I thought of every single thing on the planet that you could even possibly think of when it comes to sales. I promise you. So Candace looked at me and said, Brian, I don't want to make phone calls anymore. Great. 20 years ago, I created these things called dialers. Not created, I sold the idea for somebody else. And I built these towers, right? And on these towers, I created this switchboard that run into this computer that automatically called people. And then the FCC stepped in and said, whoa, this is crazy. They made them illegal. Okay? So unless you're a nonprofit, okay, church organization, political thing, you can't use dollars that leave messages unless you're doing something educational. You can't use it to sell stuff, right? That's the rules. we play by the rules because we're called the what?
Integrity.
So I can't use my dollars anymore that I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on, right? I can't do it anymore, right? Except for, what happens if they it dials a number, and then when someone picks up, it transfers to a live person, which is legal. Is that an idea? Does that go around their ruling? Gets rid of all the disconnected numbers, gets rid of all the voicemails. Well, back then it was answer machines. Oh, wait, and it's 100% legal. Yes, we're back in business. So 20 years ago, that was great. And it's still great. But no one wants to do that anymore. You know why? Because they don't want to work. They don't want to sacrifice their time. But really what that is an investment in your time, because you're having a machine do that work for you. So how many calls can you make a day?
Just dialing them.
Yeah, just
through
dial 'em.
Ring Central. I don't know. I think I probably did 50 to 75, to be honest.
So honestly, you can do about 380 calls a day if you stay on the phone for 12 hours solid, just hitting it. Because you know how I know that? Because I've done it. Okay, I've done it. Turn on $1. Do you know how many people you can call a day?
No idea.
20,000 an hour.
That's more, Brian. That's more people.
$20,000 an hour. Now, using $1, how much would that cost you a month? That's what I'm gonna tell you. $129. Now break that down into a weekly amount. How much is that a week? $30 a week. Golly, y'all are terrible at that. $30 a week. So in other words, you're gonna pay a computer $30 a week to do an hour in an hour's work, which you can do, and if you can do 300 a day, and they can do 20,000 an hour, you're going to pay it $30 a week to do that work that you don't have to do. Does that make sense to y'all or not? Definitely. But Brian, I don't want to spend money. Guess what? Life is about spending money. Or it's you either spend money to maximize your time, or you use your time, and that's still money. So 40 hours a week, $30. So you're saying your time is worth $8 a day? That's not even right math, is it? No, it's not even close. But you're saying that $30 a week is too much to spend to make a lot of money. Because if you can sell 1 to 3 policies on 100 calls, that's the average. 100 calls is going to give you 1 to 3 policies, right? 1 to 3 policies is what? 270 times 3 is what? Somebody do some math for me real quick. It's like $700. Let's just say 700. That's huh?
710.
Yeah, oh man, awesome. $710 that you can make a day times 5 is what? 3,000 and 3,000 change. And it costs you $30 a week. You're gonna say what? What are you gonna say? What's your wife gonna say?
That was a reasonable investment.
That's a reasonable investment. I would say that kind of return is crazy. Well, bro, what if it don't work that way? What if it only works that you make $300 a day? 300 times 5 is $1,500. How much you make in a week at your normal job? How much you make over trips a week? Honestly.
400.
A week. You follow? Y'all understand? That's real people. That's real world. Let's just say $300 to $800 a week. Because you make 800 every 2 weeks, right?
I just got paid today, 932.
932. So divide that by 2. What's that? Let's just say 500 for giggles, okay? That's $500 a week. You can do that in 30 minutes. You can literally do that in 30 minutes working. That might take you an hour to do here, but you can do it in less than a day. Helping people, giving stuff away. taking care of them. Brian, I didn't know any of that. Ask questions. You know why kids are the #1 closers in the world?
Yes,
Tell me why.
because they ask all the
That's
questions.
why. Why?
Yes.
Why?
My 8-year-old, my daddy came the other day and he said, if he does not know something, it is not because he did not ask.
Huh? Why? Why? Why, Daddy? Why? 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 Why can't I do that, Daddy? Why? 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 Why?
Children also haven't been socialized into the terror barrier yet. Where they, where somebody stands outside a building, gosh, what am I gonna say when I get in there? Kids don't care. They're gonna walk in there and say whatever they want to say. We haven't met you. What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica. Okay. Everybody calls me Tiny. She knows. Kids don't stand outside anxious. Oh goodness, they're gonna look at me. Everyone's gonna look at me. No. Kids just run in and say what they're gonna say, do what they're gonna do.
And guess what? If you like me, you like me. If you don't, I don't care. I'm gonna go eat a cookie.
Pretty much.
I got a little experience with kids. I don't know if y'all know that, but the best closers in the world. A lot of my techniques I learned from children. Why? Y'all look at me funny when I'm in a house and they say, well, I just can't afford it. I just can't afford it. You know what I ask them? Everybody at once.
Why not?
Why? Well, I just can't afford it. Okay. So what you're telling me, Sonny, is in your opinion that you can't afford whatever I'll offer you, XYZ. Sonny, if I show you a way that I can save you more money than what you're spending on this and how it's going to benefit you, Sonny, does that mean that you can afford it and it would be good for you? I just have to show you how I'm going to save you the money. Is that right? Awesome. And then you explore the different options to find them the money. It might be them cutting off that extra 5th pack of cigarettes, but they're not going to do that. So that's not a viable way. But you can show them. You can show them that way. Why? Because if you love somebody, you got to tell them the truth. You got to tell them the truth. Cigarettes are bad. They're going to kill you. Cigarettes are bad. They're going to kill you.
Got you. Loud and clear.
So if you really truly care about people, you don't have to be the nicest person in the room. But what I mean by that is you can always be a gentleman and a lady, but you got to tell the truth.
That's right.
They will respect that. They will love you. They will call you and say, I'm going to make you a tie for a funeral, Brian, of your best friend because they love you. That's what I want. That's the person I want. That's what I want from every single one of y'all when you come in here on Fridays and say, I don't care about if you sold 20 policies in a week. I don't care about that. You know what? I expect that. I expect that you help 20 different people in a week. What I want to hear is I want to hear about Rick Lamb calling you saying, hey, I need your help. Will you come help me? And you say yes. Because that's who we are as the Integrity Group. We take care of people. We help people. We grow. But Brian, it's just not working for me. I'll tell you why. You haven't asked the questions. You haven't done the work. You haven't said, how can I get better, Brian? Y'all just expect me to say, you suck. No, I'm not ever going to say that. I'm going to pick out, let's say you come in here with a terrible outfit. I'm going to say your earrings are nice. Right? That's the truth. I'm not going to tell you, you should have finished the class this week. I don't know what happened in your life this week, right? I don't know unless you tell me. And then I'm just going to understand and be supportive. It's not my job. It's not my job to make you have desire. My job is to, if I like you, to take your hand and teach you what I know and show you a different way of doing the right thing every single time. And the money follows. That's my job. When I say, and we sit eye to eye at trips, and I look at you and say, I like your necklace. I already knew it was because my sister has the same exact necklace. My stepsister. Because my dad apparently is on here with us. We're on a Zoom meeting, by the way. There are people watching us. This is Tiny. His name's David, but he's phenomenal. The idea, then why am I telling all y'all this? Because I have been really lax on a lot of different things. I let y'all do whatever y'all want to do because why? Because y'all grown-ups. Y'all grown-ups. And I just expect for y'all to do what it takes to make a living. Right? Brittany got on to me yesterday and she said, Brian, we need to put structure in play. That's exactly how she did. She looked at me. She got basic or
I was
what?
actually gonna ask Brittany, is that exactly how you said it too?
Yes.
Is it?
That's
Very
ex-
close to
Is
that.
it?
that's exactly. She looked over at me and she's like,
You do the knife hand?
no, she did this. She did this like this. You gotta have structure, right? And I was like, what do you mean I got no structure? Because this is y'all's company. I don't want to be the taskmaster. Yeah, the taskmaster. Right? I don't want to be somebody that pushes you to do a task. I want to be somebody that pushes you to expect yourself to do better. I want to be the person that y'all look to see my work ethic and y'all follow. I don't want to tell you that you need to tie your shoes.
Jessica and Brittany are good. They don't need to tie their shoes.
I see. Sonny too.
Sonny too.
I don't want to be the guy that takes y'all down that road. I want to be the guy that y'all look to ask questions to about how you get better. I want to be the guy that y'all come to and ask, hey, I don't like dialing. But you got to have those conversations. What's a better way? What's a better way of doing XYZ? We can have a discussion. And you know what might just happen? You might meet a David. You might meet somebody that just blows your socks off because they had the same vision and they don't know it yet. And then when y'all work together, guess what happens? You create something beautiful. And each of y'all have something different to put in the mix. But you won't know unless you ask questions. How do I? Because y'all don't ask questions. None of y'all ask questions, which blows my mind because I ask questions all the time. If you look at my Google search engine, you will see questions about the weirdest stuff. Y'all know that, right? The weirdest stuff. It's because people ask me questions I don't know the answer for. You know what I do? Google. And guess what? I'm an expert. I am an expert because I got Google. Anyways, so I hope everyone gets the message today that we need to start stepping up our game, following through with different things at whatever course we're on right now. I'm proud of everybody with the accomplishments that you've made, right? Because we've done a lot. We've done a lot since November, right? In November, did you think you were going to be an insurance agent? Did you think you were going to meet me? Did you think you're going to meet anybody here? Did you think you're going to be sitting in that chair? Did you think you could do all that stuff? But guess what? You did it. You're licensed with a bunch of companies. You're ready to take on the world. You're ready to help one senior at a time, right? Marcia, you in that same boat, right?
Yeah.
Did you think in November?
Oh, no. No, Brian Martin came to me and I said, I'm not doing that.
So the test went well yesterday, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Congratulations. Well
Pass
done.
with flying colors. Pass with flying colors. And I thought about actually adding you to the group me chat, but not yet. We're in because we have a whole thing. It's a support group, and and what we do is we motivate each other there, and we talk about our accomplishments. Like we talk about you getting appointed with UHC. That was the last one for you, right? We welcomed you to the group, right? We talk about Brittany's accomplishments when she sells stuff and when she helps people. I haven't put that about Pam yesterday.
And when she puts the fear of God into Brian with the knife hand.
No, it was terrible.
These are
It
all
was terrible because all I was doing yesterday was helping people. I was helping people.
Well, what
We
did
need
we learn?
structure. And no, it's cool because the thing is, sometimes people call me flighty, and it's not flighty. It's I might be customizing your experience to you, and then I catch something from your experience that I want to pass on to everybody else. And then everybody thinks I'm changing directions or something. No, I'm not changing anything. I'm giving people different ideas of different ways to get there. if y'all ain't never skinned a cat, you know there's a million ways to skin a cat, right? A million ways. The easiest way is to take it to the Chinese restaurant. But oh my gosh, it was terrible. That was terrible too. But the whole point of the matter is on your journey, you have to decide what you want to do. Either you want to succeed or you just want to say, well, that didn't work. I promise you, everything that I teach you, if you listen, will make you very, 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 very successful. I promise you, cross my heart. Because the right thing, you can't fail doing the right thing. You cannot fail. And you better hear what I'm saying. You cannot fail doing the right thing. Because guess what happens when you do the right thing? Boom, boom, boom. What time is it?
10:17.
Man, that was a long meeting. Anyways, guys, we'll sign off there. Remember, next Wednesday, I need y'all to talk and group me about who's setting up next Wednesday's training course. I did Liberty Bankers Life for you. All you got to do is watch this video. It's 27 minutes long. 27 minutes long to teach y'all how to use the e-app. So I need y'all to talk between yourselves, and who has it written down who's doing what?
I have it in my notebook.
So y'all talk to Marcia about the company that you're supposed to be mastering, because it's easier for each of y'all to master one class than teach us all, so we all can be masters of that, right? It's called distribution of the load. Say it with me, distribution of the load, right? Okay, awesome. Everybody have a great weekend. Do not get in trouble this weekend. I know everybody's going to go out and eat out at restaurants. It's fine. I'll see y'all later.